take my blank metal, and I put masking tape on it so I can see my marks better. Place my pattern on the masking tape, the pencil. I've already got the pattern drawn out, but I'll do it again. And I just straight cuts here to get the pattern. This is getting the shape, and then I'll trim the excess off a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Now what I'll do is I'll go to the grinder and trim it to the lines.
You can show me.
Okay, I'm going to grind it back to this point on each side.
Okay.
And a line there where I will stop, because this is where I'm going to be looking most of the time.
Okay.
And I've got a line, I don't know if you can see it, running down this way.
Yep.
Where the edge will be.
Yep.
Metal gets very hot.
You kind of see what that looks like. All right.
See, it's slowly coming up all the way back. Trying to match this area on both sides to make it look the same. What I do now, I'm going to work in here. I start with 220 grit paper and a sanding block, and I just work until I get all of these scratches out, and then I'll work with a finer paper to get these scratches out. This process can take up to a couple of hours depending on the blade and the steel.
Nope.
See, there's still some scratches from the machine. All of those will be worked out so it'll look like this area here.
Okay.
What I do now, this is stainless steel metal foil, and I'm going to mark how much I need to wrap the knife with while it's being heat treated. And then I use a little piece of incense cedar, because this process we want to burn the oxygen, the air out of the inside when it's wrapped. It creates a vacuum effect and it gives a better heat treat. Each end, do a double fold. That ensures that it will be reasonably air-free inside once it's burnt out.
Okay.
This steel heat treating is a two-step process. The first step is a stabilizing process. Stabilize the metal and hardens it. The next step is the tempering, or what years ago and in some places still is called drawing the steel. You're drawing the hardness out of it. This is a Paragon heat treating oven, and it's programmable to heat it to whatever temperature I need. It's time to take the knives out of the oven. Here we go. Take it out, and then real quickly just lay it on there. Now the Take it out, uncover it. Yep, that's it. That's the size I want. And we'll cut and reach in, pull the blade out, and set it up here to finish cooling. Which the blade itself will probably take another 30 minutes to cool. Okay, everything's cooled off enough now. We go to the second process of tempering. Put back in the oven, and going to take them out of the second heat treat now. This is the tempering section of it. Now, they have been in here for about 2 hours, and you can see they've turned a little bit. This is the darkness is the scale from being heated. On thicker pieces of guard, brass, steel, or whatever I'm using, I will use the milling machine to cut this slot. But this is thin enough, I will use the bandsaw. It's a lot quicker and easier. See, it's worked up there a little more. Now I think it's ready. I'll just get a what they call a dry fit or force fit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There. Now we're going to use a nut and bolt system to put the handle on along with the epoxy. The epoxy is just a filler to keep moisture from getting in next to the handle material. Okay, we're going to sharpen the knife now. I use a worn out belt, either a 320 or a 400 grit. That way it doesn't take a lot of metal off of the knife while I'm sharpening it. This is a dangerous process in the fact the belt could grab the knife and throw it back into me. The belt could break, and although there's no real danger, if it hits me, it'll leave scratches basically wherever it hits. So, okay. Okay, the sharpening process leaves a little bit of a rough or a jagged, could call it a saw edge, right along the edge. And to take that off, a piece of cedar, and I just gently draw the blade through it, and that usually knocks off the roughness and makes it a smoother blade.
Thanks for watching our video on stock removal knife making. We enjoyed making the video, and we hope you enjoyed watching it. This 10-minute version is reduced from an original 50-minute film that is available in DVD format. If you're interested in more information, if you want to know all about the kind of steel that Mr. Alverson used and everything else involved in the process, not the complete process, but still a lot more of it, go ahead and use the websites at the end to contact us. Thanks.